I have been on the same angry tirade as everyone else lately about Hollywood's fear of originality, which compels studios to continue its trek of remaking and sequelizing old product in order to squeeze a few bucks out of a brand name. Before Dune Part 2 got underway, I saw trailers for 3 of these, which perhaps proves that it's far from over. The beauty of Dune Part 2 is that it is a real movie. It has characters, it has stakes, it has a story, and it is a spectacle that places these things before the visual splendor. It's a reason to go out to a movie. It's an epic adventure that rocks the theater experience. That's why Denis Villeneuve is invaluable right now. His ventures into sci-fi are always intelligent, always compelling, always more cerebral than they have any reason to be. Like David Lean, he tells an intimate story within a massive Brobdingnagian canvas that respects your intelligence and challenges your intellect. You can talk about them afterwards. I'd love to see him tackle a Star Wars movie. I really got caught up in this movie, and that's probably because I saw Part 1 on Sunday night before trekking to this one on Monday. The movie is a true continuation, picking up so soon after the first movie that they're still getting burial rites together for the guy who died at the end of the first one. Your memory has to be fresh. If you don't remember that mind manipulation that Paul's mother was trying to teach him in the first one, you're going to be lost here because they don't re-explain it. In fact, they don't retrace their steps about anything. You have to take the title Part 2 seriously and understand what is happening and who everybody is. I liked Dune Part 1, but I observed that it was mostly introductory stuff. It positioned who the characters were and their relation to one another and the world in which they existed, but the progression of the story was, for the most part, kind of minimal. That's not a problem here. Part 2 is full-blooded grand storytelling with the kinds of narrative structure that was present in the book, and you have to know how rare that is. That takes a special talent. The story takes place really on 2 levels. The first, which makes up roughly the first 90 minutes, deals with Paul's integration into the society of the Fremen, who, because of his clairvoyant abilities, think that he's the Messiah. But there are different factions on this. Some who believe that he is, and some who do not. And I swear, during all the discussion over this, and with the clash between Paul and his mother, all that kept floating through my brain was this:
He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy!
The second part deals with the Harkoonians and their failure to decimate Paul's race, which wants power over the planet, which is home to the spice of life, which is the source of all things, and the power and the key to the interstellar travel and eternal life, and gets out those tough stains that the leading brands can't. Something like that. Whatever it is, everybody wants it. It's a clever MacGuffin. The key to the Harkoonians is that they are a bloodthirsty lot, killing those who fail and even those who speak out of turn, and their best warrior, Fayed Raltha, played by Austin Butler, who is heir to the throne, but in this movie who isn't really. I loved all of this. I love how Villeneuve and his screenwriter Jonathan Spates managed to juggle all of these characters and their various alliances and factions and religious affiliations. They make art out of what could have been a jumbled and confusing mess, although I will admit that I did get a little lost in all of this. That's not the movie's fault. I struggled with it in the book too. There's a lot here. This is a very complicated story. But the thing that surprised me most is that this movie is not a bridge. It's not setting up events for another movie, something that I've come to expect. I was genuinely surprised when I realized that there are character arcs and plot points that were being wrapped up, that the story was coming full circle. I appreciated that. I got a full story here, one that was well told and thought out and brought to a satisfying conclusion. I like this movie a lot. I give it an A. I'm Jerry Dean Roberts, and I'll see you next time.